Action.
What's going on out there, YouTube? What's going on, my Washington Commander fans? It's your man Hollywood Sports, and welcome to the Washington Commanders Report. If you are new to my channel, you want to hit that subscribe button right now. Man, we know NFL season is just getting started, man. It's just getting started. But guys, what I want to talk about, just like the title says, changes to the offense by David Blough may be a big positive. Let's talk about it. But before we get into the actual subject, I just want to mention, guys, that I think Treylon Burks may be that number 1-2 receiver. I think he's going to compete for that spot, the number 2 slot. So I think that's going to be a great, man. We got some good wide receivers, and we got a good depth chart with that position group, man. Wide receivers, man. So I think Treylon Burks is going to be right there, man, for that competition spot. He's got speed. He's got great hands. We talked about De'Ami Brown in my last few videos, or my last video. I don't remember. De'Ami Brown maybe being that number 2 spot, but Treylon Burks, man, don't forget about him. Okay, and so hey, man, things might work out. But let's talk about the offense, man. Changes in the offense. They talked about, Kingsbury did a lot of no huddle, a lot of hurry up offense, get back to the line kind of thing. But now, I think the hurry up offense is going to go away. Not completely, but I think it's not going to be designed like it was with Cliff Kingsbury. As far as the no huddle hurry up offense, I think having a huddle right now is going to be a big positive. Maybe a step further with communication, understanding. So, because I know a lot of times Jaden Daniels would have to direct people in certain situations. No, move over here. No, get over there. So I think more communication might work better if they're in the huddle. They're right there in each other's faces in the huddle saying, okay, this is the play. Boom, boom, boom. I think there'll be more communication. Okay. Now we talk about being under center. More under center snaps. Okay. And I think that's a positive too, because Jaden Daniels being in the shotgun a lot, or maybe in the pistol a lot, in the pistol formation, teams didn't really fall for the play action. You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't really do a lot of play action last season, the last 2 seasons, because of the Kingsbury offense. Most of the time Jaden Daniels was in the shotgun or the pistol, mostly in the shotgun. So now that he's under center, I think defenses have to really look out for that play action, those play action fakes, because we got some good backs. They're going to have to keep our eyes on their backs, right? That's going to slow the linebackers down. And I think a lot of times that's why our run plays was getting stuffed. Also, I think a lot of times our receivers couldn't get open because they know they didn't have to worry about no play action. Okay, our receivers a lot of times got locked down. We couldn't move the ball. Jaden Daniels had to run a lot. What happened? He started getting injured, right? So I think being on the center, guys, is going to be a positive. It opens up the window for the defense to do more thinking. Not looking at, okay, we know how Washington is. Jaden Daniels in the shotgun. They may do a little option fake to the running back and Jaden keeps it. They have to watch out for that. But I'm talking about a real play action offense with Jaden Daniels on the center.
I hope you are enjoying our video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Thank you.
A lot, not saying, well, not really a lot, but mix it up between shotgun. Obviously they're going to mix it up, but more plays on the center, guys. I think it's going to be a big positive, okay, when we look at working that play action fake. And I know Jaden Daniels he's going to be really good with that play action fake, man. And his footwork's going to have to change. There's going to be a lot of positives to Jaden Daniels really opening up his skill level, but also being on the center. Okay, so I think it's going to be a big positive. I think David Blough is ready, man. I think he has a lot of stuff in store. And I think our offense is going to be a lot versatile and a lot better. Okay, another thing I want to say, guys, is they talked about the defense in camp, right? Durante Jones some of the players in interviews said he doesn't want the players to learn their position. He wants them to learn the entire defense. And I think that's a positive because that's going to improve communication. You know, let's say you got a linebacker, you got the defensive lineman, maybe he's in the wrong gap. More communication, guys. Like, if the linebacker knows where the defensive lineman is supposed to be, if he knows where the cornerback's supposed to be lined up, if he knows how many people are supposed to be in the box, if he knows they're supposed to press, the corner's supposed to press the receivers on this play, they can communicate because they know everybody's position. They know the entire play of the offense, not just their position on that play. You know, in a couple four, I'm supposed to go to the slot. I'm supposed to keep my eyes on whoever, right? But they know everybody's position. So if they see, let's say, they can say, okay, I know my man right here, he's going to be covering my man in the flat. So I know, you know, so-and-so is going to do this. See, it's more communication, guys. They can feel the defense. They can communicate. They can figure things out. They can use their brains on defense, right? And they can be more fluid as a cohesive unit because everybody knows the entire defense, not just their position. So I think by them learning the entire defense for every play, they know what everybody's going to be doing on that play. For example, let's say the safety says, okay, I know what I'm supposed to do on this play, but I also know the corner on the strong, whatever corner, I know he's gonna let him go to me on this play. He knows that I'm gonna let, so he's not just focusing on his position. He knows how the corner's gonna play his position. You see what I'm saying? The linebacker knows how the corner's gonna play the position. The linebacker knows how the safety is gonna play his position. The linebacker also know if I'm gonna blitz here, the other safety is gonna cover my back. You see what I'm saying? They know cohesively what's going to happen on every play. And I think that's very smart versus only learning my position and everybody, you know, because you ever heard that saying, if everybody does their job, we can have a good defense. If everybody does their job, you do your job, I do my job, the lineman does his job, the safety does his job, we can have a good defense. And see now, because it's all about trust. You know, they say, just do your position. Trust that your guy's going to do his position. Stop trying to do his position too, right? Do your job. Do your job. But now they know everybody's job. Okay? And that could be a danger. They're going to say, okay, I know what he's going to do. But I think that's going to bring more cohesive defense because if you look at the Seahawks, they're so solid. They're disciplined. And I think that's the key, is having a disciplined defense because everybody knows what everybody's going to do on a certain play. So I think that's a positive by Durante Jones saying, I don't want you to just learn your position. I want you to learn everybody's position. I want you to learn how this defensive play works for everybody, not just your position. So I think that's a positive, guys. And you know, in my last video, we talked about the defensive ranked when Durante Jones was in Minnesota. Guess what? They had one of the top defenses in the NFL. They had a top 5 defense, guys. So again, it depends on our personnel, but I think he's going to learn their strengths and weaknesses. He's going to put it together, and everybody has to learn the complete defense. And I think that's going to make a smarter player. Let me know what you guys think about that concept. I'm Hollywood Sports. Thank you for watching the Washington Commanders Report, and I will see you guys on the next video.